Well, I have been talking with some of my fellow governors. Just last week, I was on the phone with Governor Granholm of Michigan, Governor Doyle of Wisconsin, Governor Patrick of Massachusetts, and other governors, and we were talking about the need to continue to advocate with the Obama administration and with our federal representatives so that until we get through this recession, we're going to continue to need help. Now, I'm thankful that unemployment compensation benefits are being extended for unemployed workers, and that's necessary. There are people who are unemployed today who have long histories of being good, hard workers, and through no fault of their own, they are unemployed. Those people and those families must have the continued support that comes from these benefits. And I'm thankful, as I said, for our federal representatives and the president for recognizing that. But there are other ways that I think we need continuing help from the federal government. With the Medicaid costs that are so critical in providing health care for sick children or nursing home care for our seniors or help for our disabled citizens, it is a federal state shared program, but at this time the states simply do not have the money to handle what has been the state's responsibility. The federal government can help us with that. And of course, I continue to believe that anything that can be done that will create an infrastructure while putting people to work, those resources need to be, in my judgment, embellished, increased as we move forward. This is a serious economic recession. Thankfully, the economy did not totally collapse, and we did not see the kind of circumstances that developed during the time of the first Great Depression. But this is a great recession, and there needs to be a recognition of it. And that means that we take actions now that perhaps we have been unwilling to take in the past, because the circumstances are unlike any set of circumstances that Ohio or America has faced since maybe 70 years ago.
One last thing. TV22 came up with their own stimulus plan, and basically the gist of that was take the $2 trillion that possibly could be spent for small banks and spread that around to the 138 million taxpayers, giving everyone $14,000 apiece, spread it out over a year so they get a check for about $1,400 guaranteed from the government every month. We feel that would stimulate the economy in that people are going to be buying more goods. Manufacturers have to manufacture more goods. They're going to have to hire people, and that gets the ball rolling. Is that a plan that on the surface, I know there's a lot that would go into that. Is that a plan that you would support or look at?
Well, it's an intriguing idea, and I had not heard that suggestion in the past. Obviously, it would have an immediate stimulus effect of the economy. Whether or not that would ever be feasible, or if there are sort of negative aspects to it or unintended consequences or other kind of prohibitions, I just do not know enough about it at this point to make an evaluative statement about it. But those kind of ideas, I think everything should be on the table. There ought to be a lot of things that are considered that perhaps have never been considered before because of the very unusual and unique circumstances that we face.
We had an economist look at the plan, and originally we thought a check for $14,000. We didn't realize that inflation would go crazy. He talked about spreading that out. But from a common sense standpoint, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're pushing. We're planning on going to Washington to let some folks know what the common sense guys think. And we don't realize that we're just a small little TV station that can't get anything done. We think we can.
Listen. This country has been built on ideas that have come from ordinary citizens. And the real breakthroughs in terms of the progress that has been made over the many years that we have been a country, those ideas have not usually come from the elite or the special so-called special people, but they've come from ordinary Americans who deeply care about the country and who are gifted because they are so connected to their communities and to the country and to the values of the country. So I would encourage you to press ahead.
Would we have the opportunity to meet with you and maybe look at this a little more in depth?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to come and talk with me, that certainly could be arranged.
I appreciate it, Governor. Thank you for all you're doing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.